Emotions. How in the world do emotions have anything to do with something that has gone on with the body? It's kind of the elephant in the room when we look at the body from a holistic point of view. People understand in North America that you may develop back pain or neck pain from an injury, from bending over the wrong way, from twisting in the car or a car accident. People understand that, but a lot of people do not have any comprehension of how emotions can play a part in your body's overall health and in your spinal health. I'm going to give you an example. And I'm going to use kids as an example. So when you think of little kids, when they're 2, 3, 4, or 5, or 6, or 7, or 8 years old, when those kids are angry, what do? They yell, they scream, they let it out, they allow that emotion to flow. When they are sad, what do? They cry. They allow that emotion to flow. That emotion is able to flow through the body. When they are frustrated, what do? They throw a tantrum. When they're happy, what do when they're little like that? They laugh and they allow those emotions to flow. So when you look at little kids who are not socialized, for example, the real young ones, they have the healthiest skin. They have the healthiest bones. They grow the best. Their hair is really, really thick. Their skin is vibrant. They sleep really well. They have a lot of energy. When people look at little kids, they look at them like, oh, I wish I had some energy like that. Oh, if I could bottle that up and sell it, I'd be a millionaire. But the whole point is, when you have emotions in your body, they need to flow. It's so important to understand. As we get older, we become socialized. And when we're angry, what do? We hold it in. When we become frustrated, what do? We hold it in. A lot of times when you're sitting at an event and you want to burst out laughing, what do? You hold it in. Emotions are powerful energies generated from the body, and they need to flow. When we stop emotions from flowing, it can cause problems. People understand, a long time ago, people would understand the statement of, oh, stress can cause ulcers. That was just a common thing people would accept. Well, stress, which is unreleased emotions, can cause a lot of problems. It can cause your back to hurt. It can cause your neck to hurt. It can cause misalignments and imbalances in your body. And so what do? You have to learn to allow those emotions to flow. And you need to go to someone who can recognize, through doing a holistic approach and a metaphysical approach and a spiritual approach, to identify the areas of the body where an emotional is stuck and it's not moved, or it's caused a problem in the body. So emotions, trapped emotions, or unreleased emotions will build up in the body. They are powerful, powerful, powerful energies that can throw your body off balance. It can originate with a headache. It can cause your neck to go out of balance. It can cause your low back to go out of balance. And what do? You develop a chronic condition, and you've tried all these treatments and nothing has helped, because you've not addressed the emotional component of that problem. What I can do through the testing that I can do, I can figure out, determine, and treat the specific areas where the emotion, the trapped emotion, has caused problems, and bring that area back into balance, and then address and help you figure out what emotions have been trapped and use a treatment. For example, the chakra bowls. We can use chakra therapy to help balance out these areas. So important to understand. Again, emotions are powerful energies. Little kids, they're happy, they're sad, they're frustrated, they're angry. These emotions flow freely. But as we become adults, we can't just punch everybody in the face that we want to, or break out into laughter in a group setting. We're socialized, but it's important to understand, when you don't allow these emotions to flow, problems will happen in the body. The human body is kind of like a smoke alarm system. I've got a smoke alarm or a smoke detector up in the room there on the ceiling, and it's operated, we change the battery every 12 months, or JR changes the battery every 12 months and goes through and tests the battery, and sometimes he licks them and zaps his tongue, and it's really funny to watch. But the whole point is, those systems let you know that something is not right. So if that smoke alarm was to go off right now, it would get my attention. I wouldn't be able to be doing this video right now. I wouldn't be able to be treating my patients because it would be so distracting. It's going off to let me know something is not right. The body is your smoke alarm. It is the system that lets you know something's not right. So when your low back is going out all the time, it's letting you know there's a problem. The low back, the smoke alarm is easy to treat. You just turn it off, but you may be ignoring the causative factor to why it's going off. So if your low back is hurting and you just treat it with a whole bunch of chemicals or a whole bunch of medicines or injections or whatever, you may be missing the cause of it. And if you ignore that long enough, that low back pain may turn into something that is a lot more difficult to treat than a low back pain. And I'm not going to go there in this video, but it's so important to understand. You have to figure out where the imbalance is, where it's coming from. If you just smash the smoke alarm or put a pillow over it to make it go quiet, you're missing the point. And if you just take the low back or the neck or the shoulder and you just throw a bunch of chemicals at it, which are very highly effective, you may be missing something really important. And I can help determine what the causative effect is.